Okay, welcome back. We're continuing the story about dogs that have special jobs. And we just talked about dogs that are rescue dogs, right? Rescue dogs. And we'll talk a little bit later about other things that other dogs do. But for right now, let's look at what types of dogs are good for these types of jobs. You know, not all dogs can be a rescue dog. Not all dogs can help people. You have to have the right dog, and that starts when they're born, when they're babies. So you need the right puppy. You need to find the right puppy. These are all puppies here. Do you think they can become special dogs? Do you think they can help people? Well, let's see what they have to go through. Let's read here. Not all dogs can be rescue dogs. A rescue dog is chosen when it is a puppy. Chosen. You choose which dog. You say this dog, or this dog. Which dog will be a good rescue dog? Well, you look at the dogs. You look at how big they are. You look at how active they are. You look at how smart they seem to be when they're playing with their brothers and sisters. And you say, wow, this dog is very smart, or this dog has a lot of energy, or this dog looks big and strong. So let's train it to be a rescue dog. Handlers. Choose the puppy carefully. Handlers are people. They're like trainers. You could say that they're like teachers, but really, teachers teach you information. They teach you knowledge. A trainer is someone who teaches you a skill. So a handler is like a trainer because they're going to teach these dogs skills. And we use the word handler to talk about people who train animals, not just dogs, but any kind of animal. There are horse handlers, right? There are elephant handlers. There are dog handlers. So handlers are people who know about the animal and know how to choose the right animal, choose the right puppy, and also how to train that puppy. Then the puppy begins training, and that's what we're talking about here. Training. Training. Remember I said teachers teach you knowledge that you put in your head. Trainers teach you a skill, something you can do, right? So a teacher teaches you, a handler or a trainer trains you. So training is learning how to do a skill, okay? Training is not going to school and studying a book. Training is going outside or going into a shop or a factory and learning how to do some type of skill. That's training. Okay. So that's what they're doing here. The puppy begins training. First we have to choose the right puppy, then we should train that puppy. Okay? Let's take a look at some ways that the handler trains the puppy. Here we have a handler. This man is a handler. He knows how to train the dog. And this dog is just a young dog. It's not a baby dog, but it's not an adult dog. It's a young dog. And this man is getting to know the dog, and the dog is getting to know him. They're becoming friends. The puppy learns to work with its handler. So the puppy learns to work with its handler. The puppy has to know how to work. Here we see a policeman, and here is a dog, a big dog, and this dog is very, very good because it only has a very narrow area it can walk, right? And this dog is walking on these narrow areas. As it grows, the dog learns new skills. So as the dog, of course, it's not the same dog, but as the dog grows up, it learns newer and newer skills. It keeps learning, and it learns new skills. This is one skill, how to walk in a very small area. Maybe that dog has to get into a building or into a car, and there's only a small way that it can get in there. So the dog learns the new skills. Okay. Train and test. The young dog learns to search in difficult places, right? We saw that dog walking on the very narrow place. That's a difficult place. It learns to search to get into those difficult places. After 1 year, only 1 year, right? Dogs grow up fast. The young dog takes a test. So tests are not just for you, right? Tests are for everybody, even animals, right? So the next time you take a test, remember, it's not just you who has to take a test. Everybody has to take a test. And even dogs have to take tests. If it passes the test, then it becomes a rescue dog. Only after 1 year. Wow, that's very young, right? The dog works on a rescue team. It helps save lives. So this is a very important job. Rescue dogs work as a team. Remember, dogs don't work by themselves. Dogs are friendly. They like to work together and they like to work with people. Rescue dogs can't do the job alone. They need a person or sometimes other dogs to help them do their job. So they work on a team. They work together. And the dog helps to save lives. Look at this picture. This is an interesting picture. Look at this dog. It's a big dog, but he's going through a very narrow area. What does this look like? Well, here's a handle, right? It looks like part of a car. This is a car door. So this police dog, we can see this is a policeman here. This police dog can jump through car windows. So the dog can jump through a car window, which might be important if there's an accident and the dog needs to get inside the car. This dog here, right, is learning to cross obstacles. So some of these places where you have to rescue people, it might not be flat. It's not a nice area. It's not a clean area. It's not an easy area to get into. There may be many obstacles. An obstacle is something that is difficult to get over, right? It's hard to get over this concrete pipe here. And here's a concrete block. You can't just easily go over it, right? You have to climb over it. That's an obstacle. An obstacle is anything physical, a physical object that's in your way. You have to get over it or around it or sometimes under it, right? It's blocking your way. So that is an obstacle. Dogs have to learn how to cross obstacles, to get around obstacles. Now here, this dog is going for a boat ride, right? Because this dog is trained to search at sea, right? That's interesting. The dog can search at sea on the ocean. And of course, this person looks like she's working in a rescue organization. And her dog will help her to find and rescue people at sea. Probably the dog will swim out, right? It has something floating on the back and it will grab somebody and help bring them to shore because sometimes people they can't swim and they don't want to drown. So the dog will help save those people in the water. Okay, well, let's take a break here. In the next part of the lesson, we'll take a look more at dogs and what they do.